Hello? Come on, just a few steps forward. Welcome. Welcome to this exciting event. So glad to have you here. I don't know if some of you are as excited as I am, but thank you so much for coming. This has been just a great opportunity to showcase the educational space we have here, and I'm so excited to have all of you here with me to celebrate this time. So thank you so much for coming to our ribbon cutting and grand opening. I'm Holly Carr. I'm the Falls City Learning Center Coordinator for Southeast Community College. So I've been with the college for 3 years, been coming to Falls City for 3 years in our temporary location that some of you have visited, and now we have this beautiful, beautiful space. So I have some guests here that I'd like to introduce you to. It's an exciting day, and I know for some of you, we've waited very patiently for months for this great time. So we're gonna have a short program and then a ribbon cutting, followed by, and I really hope that you stay, followed by the tours. I just gave like a 3-second tour to some individuals, so we'll give some longer tours. So, but first of all, I'd like to introduce a very special guest, Shauna Bindle, our mayor of Falls City. So let's welcome her.
On behalf of myself and the rest of the city council members, I'd like to welcome Southeast Community College to Falls City. This is an exciting partnership. The industries need skilled workers, and I'm excited that we can bring that education here and hopefully pull some people from the surrounding communities as well. So thank you, and we really look forward to this partnership.
Thank you, Shauna. Yes, we're very excited to have this educational space, and this space is going to allow us to go a step farther in offering health science programming and offering our welding and construction and trades and industry programming. We're very excited to build the future here with our high school students, to be able to come and take some dual credit and different career-focused classes. So I'd also like to highlight just how much the work has been done by our Board of Governors. So Kathy Bolstor from the beautiful Johnson, Nebraska is going to come and say a few words representing the Board of Governors. So Kathy?
I have to have moral support for this. Oh, I'm going to get everybody. Oh, how exciting. This is good. This is good. Well, on behalf of the Board of Governors, and especially my District 1 member, Keith Hammond from Weeping Water, and former board member, Don Ryman, let me express how pleased we are in celebrating the grand opening of the new Falls City Learning Center. 47 years ago, this month at a meeting in Auburn, officials from Otoe, Nemaha, and Richardson counties said they wanted to align with the Lincoln Technical College, the forerunner of Southeast Community College. Today, as shown in this new learning center, our mission is to provide accessible, affordable education and to develop a skilled workforce that meets the needs of employers, students, and residents of Falls City and the 15-county area. Thomas Jefferson observed, "A candle loses nothing when it lights a new candle." That is the real nature of partnership. A partnership between Southeast Community College and the Falls City area as exhibited in this new learning center that we hope will continue to grow and prosper. This facility demonstrates our commitment to your community. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure as well to introduce our president, Dr. Paul Illich, who has served as the president of Southeast Community College since July of 2014. Dr. Illich came to SCC after a 17-year career at McClellan Community College in Waco, Texas, where he served as the vice president of research, planning, and information technology, and as a senior director of institutional effectiveness and planning. Since his arrival at SCC, Dr. Illich has implemented a new enrollment model and directed the college through the development of strategic and facilities master plan. Please help me welcome Dr. Paul Illich.
Now, I want to make sure the board doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to introduce each of our board members. Let me start with Keith Hammonds, Bob Fite, Lynn Schricklebeer, Kathy Belstroff, Steve Ottman, James Garver, and Don Raymond. He's no longer on the board, but Don had a lot to do with this Fall City Learning Center coming here. So let's recognize the Board of Governors. Something like a little morning exercise. Well, I really want to thank all of you for taking the time to come and see the new Learning Center. I think if you, like you said, like Holly said earlier, I really encourage you to take a nice tour. It's an incredible facility. This is an incredibly exciting time for Southeast Community College. We're going through a number of very important transformative phases. And one of the things that really what launched this particular, or all of the learning centers, was our strategic plan. We launched that in 2015. And one of the things we did as part of that process is we went around to all 15 communities and we listened. We listened to what the employer needs were. We listened to the student needs as well as the community needs. And we heard a very common theme. We heard that SCC needs to establish a presence throughout its 15 county service area. I think you can all agree with me today that we have done that here in Falls City. So how do we identify where to put these learning centers? We did a very careful analysis. We looked at connectivity, we looked at geographical spacing, we looked at population mass, as well as we looked at accessibility. So that's one of the reasons we landed here in Falls City. We desperately needed to make sure we were serving this side of our 15 county service area. So I'm also very pleased to tell you all 6 learning centers are up and running. This past year, we served 1,300 students in those learning centers, credit classes, non-credit, contract training, very, very exciting time. I'll also tell you that of those 1,300 students, many of our students are age 50 and over, so we're really providing access to many folks that weren't currently getting access. So one of the things I want to close with when we talk about a facility like this, when we talk about higher education, having access to higher education brings a better way of life, and it does it through hope. And what higher education does best, it promotes inclusivity, reflective and thoughtful thinking, creativity, empowerment through self-efficacy, continuous curiosity, and it strengthens our minds and broadens our perspectives. And we want to make sure we have that throughout all of our service area communities. The one thing I will tell you that I heard when we first sort of looked at this initiative, which was part of that strategic plan, I heard Dr. Illich, why would you want to put learning centers in areas where they might be struggling, where the communities might be losing population? I said, that's exactly why we want to put them there. We don't want them to struggle, we want them to strengthen. We want this community and the surrounding communities to be able to attract employers, and not only attract them, but retain them, and also residents. So we're super excited. Again, I thank you for being here, and please take the time to have a tour. And oh, I do want to say one other thing I almost forgot. I don't think we've recognized some of the most really, really important people that actually made this happen. So at this time, I want to start by recognizing our architects. I see one of them right here from BCDM. And I don't see him, but he's somewhere in the audience. Where is my director of facilities? There he is back there, Aaron Epps. Aaron's been here for, about a year and a half, something like that, and we kept him very busy. And the representatives from the contractors, I hope I say this right, AHRS, and where are they at? And again, I want to make sure we thank our board, because we can have all kinds of great ideas, we can have vision, we can have a strategic plan, but nothing happens if the board doesn't have the courage and the vision to move forward on something this incredible and this beneficial. So again, thank all of you for being here, and please stay around and have a tour.
So I also would like you to stay. We're going to have a ceremonial ribbon cutting, and so I'd love for you to stay and join us for that. But yes, we do want to express our thanks so much to each of you. But also, I'd really like to take the time to thank Dr. Illich for his vision and guidance and all that he's done to set the course for this project and for what we're doing here today. So very grateful. Thank you very much, Dr. Illich. Just briefly, as you know, there's always it takes a village to make these kind of things happen. I just want to, in closing, briefly thank some of the members of our team. Again, thank you so much to the Board of Governors, and this is your fruition of your vision and Dr. Illich's vision to make this happen, and we really appreciate your guidance on this. Bob Morgan, our Vice President of Programming and Development, who I know is here. Bob is in the back here. Thank you, Bob. As Dr. Illich mentioned, Aaron Epps. Dennis Hedrick, our Vice President of Instruction. Thank you, Dennis. I'd also like to take the time to say thank you so much to Jeff Corey and his Beatrice Physical Plant for all that they did. They brought me trash cans this morning. I mean, it's just never stopped how much they've done to make this helpful. Standing next to Jeff is Mark Mines, our security, and him and his team have also just made this building a great, very accessible to our students and for you, the community. Our IT department, as you see them all over the place, they've been key to this. Please take a tour. They've worked very hard to make the classes in here accessible. And then also, I'd like to thank Stu Osterton, right there, and the marketing team for all that they've done. So, thank you so much. Yes, and so also to our project control team, thank you so much. And then also to just, this is one of the last notes I had on here that I just wanted to say, thank you so much to the leadership here in Falls City. To Amber Holly, our chamber director, she's just been great. You can pop down to her office anytime. Shauna has been wonderful to work with. Becky Cromer really saw the vision to this. Becky and we came out here a couple times just with shovels and started the whole no, we didn't. Well, we wanted to a couple times, just to get things going, and just Becky and the economic development team and what they've done, and they've been great to work with, and our whole community here has really made this thing successful. Our partnership with the hospital, what we're going to have going on here, Ryan and your team, we couldn't do it without their partnership, and with I call it Val's Care Center, but I don't know what it's actually called, but we call it Val Buckminster and her team. Again, we couldn't have done it without their support. So thank you all so much. Please stay for a tour. There's lots of cake. You can't have a piece of cake unless you go on a tour, so please stay, right? That's kind of one of the rules. Okay, thank you so much. Join us for the ribbon cutting.